A no commentary version of this run can be found in the pinned comment in the comment section below. Hello everyone. This is Resident Evil Hunter Mod, made by Aydan Watkins.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission. No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
Joseph!
No! Don't go! Jill, run for that house!
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Biohazard.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris, take care.
Alright, here so we have two attacks. A low slash attack that swipes with your claws. And a high slash that attacks jump swipes at your claw, with your claws rather. So you can get away with using the high-powered jumping claw attack on enemies that are taller than you, essentially. And you can use the low attack for enemies that are low to the ground or at your same height.
Wesker? Jill? What happened to Jill and Wesker?
It's Jill's gun. As this is essentially a Chris playthrough, you'll see me not pick up any weapons, or any firearms rather, to keep in the guise and the style and at the heart of playing true to the mod itself. So there is an example of the jump slash, very, very powerful against the Chris zombie. So this is ostensibly a melee style or kind of knife style run in a sense, because you're not using any firearms, which is, anyone who's attempted a knife only or a melee style run knows it's very, very challenging.
Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh! Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
Yes, I'm Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the Stars Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but
I see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight.
So we'll pick up the sword key here. You notice that high slash stamina.
Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
It's pretty dangerous outside. Let me take care of it.
I understand. For now, I'll wait here, since there are a lot of chemicals in this room and they might be useful. Well, I'll look over the chemicals.
So you notice the two attacks, the low attack and the high slash attack, as well as there's a high slash stamina. That's essentially your ammo for the more powerful move. So as you continue to use it, you will end up regenerating that or using that sort of ammunition for that. So I'll go ahead and lock that door so we can get rid of the sword key. Use the sword key on the bar as well. And we are gonna trigger the piano playing cutscene. It's gonna be super weird to watch a hunter try to play the piano, but it's still fun.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
Still weird to watch hunters play the piano, but we go with it. Alright, so we got that part of the story going. Once we come back to Rebecca, she'll be finished practicing and ready to play the Moonlight Sonata properly. I'm gonna head to the east side of the mansion. Get the final use of the sword key. Go ahead and take care of that Jill zombie. I gotta say, having a one-shot kill on a zombie feels pretty good. I'm going to pick up the chemical here and replenish our high slash. Because we have two types of attack and the ammo essentially for one of the attacks, half of our inventory, 3 of the 6 slots, is already taken up, so it can get a little challenging with your inventory space. But as this is a more casual run, You know, we're not concerned about speed. We're concerned about making it through the game. Go ahead and take that one out, because we're going to have to go through this hallway a couple times. So now that we have the chemical, we're going to make our way back toward the western part of the mansion. Picking up the blue jewel here. Putting the blue jewel in the tiger statue, will give you the wind crest. One of the 4 crests needed to get through the gardens and toward the guardhouse. So these Chris zombies are in kind of rough positions. And since they're one-hit kills, it's advantageous to just take them out as to not take damage. So chemical in the pump, turn it on, and we can gain access to the armor key. So just using the armor key on that door. Just go ahead and resetting the room. Going in and out of a door will reset the enemy's location to their spawn point. So we see that the Chris zombie ended up going back to its original position, deeper into the hallway, further away from the door. So you can do that to potentially make things a little easier for yourself. As inventory is a little on the tight side, I went ahead and put the wind crest in the box, because we know we need at least 2 slots for the wooden crest as well as the golden crest for this puzzle. So take that wooden emblem, excuse me. And we will go check on Rebecca.
Chris! Chris! You like it?
was great.
What is that?
So here we're just exchanging the golden emblem for the wooden one. And placing the golden emblem in place of the wooden emblem will move the grandfather clock, enable us to get the shield key. And just unlocking the armored key door to get another use out of the armor key. Right. And also using the armor key there. That pause was a quick spot check for inventory space, knowing we have to grab a crest behind Yawn. Shield key only has one use, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. So we ended up getting the yawn skip here, which as soon as the cutscene ends, you hold down and left for just a second, and then hold up and right and run around yawn. Careful with your movements. Get around the little banister and then cut furthest away outside of the little corral, and you can get in and out of there without getting bit. Although if you do get bit, in Chris's scenario, Rebecca will come and check on you, see that you are bitten by the snake. She will get you the serum. You get to play as her, so you just go to the lower storeroom that is on the western side of the mansion, go and retrieve it, and then give it to Chris. So it might add a few extra minutes to your playtime, but you end up getting to play as Rebecca. So this puzzle is also pretty simple. You just move the statues on top of the vents to prevent the gas from being released once you press this button. And with the vents covered, the chest will unlock, revealing Sun Crest. So now we have 3 of the 4 crests needed. And went ahead and used the armor key once again. just to unlock that door. So in lieu of tight inventory space, I decide to put 2 crests into the locking mechanism, and then retrieve the 3rd crest that's in the item box, and then solve the puzzle for the 4th crest, and there we go. So got around that dog. It's going to go ahead and solve this art room gallery puzzle here. Picture of a newborn baby. Picture of an infant. Picture of a lively boy. Picture of a young man. Picture of a tired, middle-aged man. Picture of a bald-looking old man. And finally, give me the peace of death and I'll give you the joy of life. So this puzzle is essentially clicking the switches under the pictures in the order from youngest to oldest, and then the final picture giving you the crest. Alright, so now that we have the final crest, I'll go ahead and get the wind crest from the item box and go into the garden/courtyard. Right here, it's been quite a while since I've been playing it very casually, so I was thinking that there was an ink ribbon there next to the typewriter in that room, which it turns out there is not. And that's the 4 crests in the door, and we can go on to the shed. So, pushing the step ladder up against the wall can give us access to the crank that's on the shelf. So this area can be a little tough to traverse with the 3 dogs, the 3 Cerberus enemies, but if you can walk through and not run, you won't initiate the aggro on the dogs, so you can make it a little easier for yourself if you are trying to save ammunition. Using the square crank on the panel there will open the sleuth to drain the water, allowing you access to the other side. If you go ahead and just run, you won't be hit by any of those snakes. So here, just running straight for the gate to get around those dogs. And here, just using the same tactic as I did before, I'm just walking through here, making sure that I don't bump into the dogs themselves. And we now made it to the guardhouse / residence. Here, just to make things a little easier for ourselves, we're going to move this statue over the hole in the wall so that plant 42 doesn't grab us every time we need to go down that section of the hallway. And there we go. Alright, knowing that I won't need the armor key and the crank for quite a while, ended up go ahead and putting those items in the item box. So put the crank away, you can put away the armor key, and I decided to store the other first aid spray. So we can go in the first door across from the safe room. Go ahead and take out this Chris zombie. There's another zombie in this room as well. Go ahead and take them out. We'll grab the red book that's on the bed. In the adjoining bathroom, we'll go ahead and drain the water that's in the bathtub. Giving us the control room key. We can make our way around this hallway into the sort of junction area. We're going to grab the key that's underneath the beehive that's sitting on the end table. And that key will open this door. The desk is locked. I was just checking for an item there. Move those 2 bookshelves and give you access to the ladder and access to the underground portion of the guard room, or rather the guard house, excuse me. So this puzzle is also very straightforward. Pushing these boxes into the water to make yourself a bit of a floating box path. You can get to the other side. And this one at the end of the hallway. You need to push closer to the ladder slightly so you can push it up against the other side of the wall. And then push the box ultimately into place, connecting the 3 boxes for your walkway. So you'll notice here I take a wide berth around this corner. There's a little bit of a graphical piece when it comes to the hitboxes of that particular corner, where if you get too close to the corner you can kind of get clipped, or blocked rather, by an invisible wall per se. So go ahead and take a wide berth, use the control room key on that door, discard it, pull the lever here to drain the water. And make sure that you click that button to unlock the room next door. And here it's important to grab the key here. If you're playing a regular version of Resident Evil, there's some ammunition in there as well. And there's some land sharks. If you're playing as either Chris or Jill, if you end up, once you enter that room itself, the aqua ring, excuse me, if you head just straight for the control panel door, you won't be attacked, you won't be hit by the sharks, so you won't have anything to worry about. So now that we got that key from the storeroom, we're going to make our way around to that junction area. Which will give us access to the room that's adjacent to the Plant 42 boss fight room. Again, discard that. You saw me pick up a safety green herb, because as we are going to be fighting Plant 42 in close quarters combat, it's advantageous to have a heal of some kind. In this instance, I just have a green herb. So take out the white book that tells us about the V-Jolt. And now we can use the red book on the shelf, which moves the bookcase and gives us access to Plant 42 boss fight room. So because I chose no when having Rebecca follow us, Rebecca will not come and save us or be able to then make the vigil in order to cut this boss fight in half. So essentially what you would like to do is circle around Plant 42. I just feel comfortable sort of in a counterclockwise motion. And circle around so that the vines or the tentacles end up getting kind of caught to one side. And you can kind of get in close. I like this camera angle if I can get it, because you can position yourself and you can see better. And just getting close, and with the high slash, just go ahead and hit it. And it should be, in this instance, based on the power of the high slash attack, it should be 3 high slashes for the first phase of the boss fight, and then subsequently about 3 high slashes for the second round of the boss fight. Now with Plant 42 defeated, we're going to catch up with an old friend.
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
We have to complete this mission. Whether we escape or stay and look for Jill, we don't have many bullets left, and we can't even protect ourselves. We're still in trouble. Chris, there are a lot of locked rooms in that house. Check them out one more time. There must be a place to hide safely. I'll look around the house a little more.
Okay.
Let's get going.
And we see that Wesker was defending himself against bees, it appears. Go ahead and heal up after the boss fight and use a first aid spray. I'm going to go into the rec room here to grab an ink ribbon that's on this table here. End up overshooting it. No harm, no foul. And go ahead and make a safety save right here before we make our way back to the mansion and fight Jan. So you'll notice a small cut there. So good thing we made a safety save, because we did indeed die. We made it through Jan, but we ended up dying in a subsequent section, so having a few safety saves, especially when you're going to be fighting melee or in close quarters combat, is not bad to have. So we leave the guardhouse / residence with the helmet key. Make sure you take that, of course. So you can open important doors in the mansion revisited. And as we won't be coming back to this area on our way out, might as well grab a few healing items. Again, having some safety saves and a few extra healing items does not hurt. It's a good idea to have. And again, just go ahead and run. Make it to the ladder, and you'll be fine. Once again, walking around the dogs. Helps not aggro them. So picking up an extra green herb to make a full heal there.
What? It must be a STARS radio. It's a little bit broken, but it might still be usable. I'll take it with me.
Upon entering the mansion again, we get to meet a new enemy type, the Hunter. Kinda looks familiar. So we have some brothers we're meeting.
What are they? Monsters? Rebecca! She's still in the house?
So went straight for the stairs there to get around that one Hunter. So I ended up switching to the low attack and went ahead and targeted and aimed down. So with the low strike and pointing down, you can go ahead and actually attack the hunters themselves to give you a fighting chance. So the high slash, because the hunter is your height and not taller than you, will not be able to be used on the hunters. So once again, low slash while aiming down will give you an opportunity to hit them. So here, just using high slash. Try to position yourself in a way where you can hit Jan while he's in a bit of an upright position and get as much DPS as you can while being able to hit Jan with the high slash. You can also be able to hit Jan with the low slash attack, like the hunters, if you're in close to the body and aiming down with the low slash. But it takes roughly 8 high slashes and you can defeat Jan. Go down the hole, down the ladder, and into the basement. So I went ahead and took out that Jill zombie for safety purposes. You can get around that zombie by just hugging the outer portion of the wall and then running past them, but I ended up missing it, so. Here's a landmine zombie, so I switched to the low slash. Got next to the hitbox. Now, again, low slash, aiming down, and was able to take out that landmine zombie. So go up the elevator and take out that zombie that's in your way. Do a quick inventory check. Make sure I had space for the battery. So make sure you take that. Seeing as how I don't have access to a item box relatively close, I did not go into the library to get the first of 3 Mo discs, so we will not be saving the companion partner in this playthrough. In fact, we end up going with the bad ending in this playthrough. So going back down the elevator back into the kitchen. Going near the door triggers the cutscene for the zombie to come down the stairs and into the kitchen. You can go ahead and take out the zombie. I just ended up going around the kitchen island and just going around them. So I ended up getting swiped by that hunter there. As the hunters swipe with their left claw, you can end up kind of figuring your way around there and kind of going around that swipe. But most of the time, depending on, you can sometimes get around it by running past them, especially if their back is to you, but lately it's been a 50-50 on whether I can get past them without being hit by their swipe. So taking out this hunter. And deciding just to go run past that one. Here I ended up moving slightly to camera right in order for that hunter to move left and then went around the other side of it. And ended up having that hunter do a half circle and got around his swipe and into the save room. Now we can drop off the helmet key as we had and unlocked the study that is adjacent to this room, where an important item, one of the Doom books, is located, so we can put the helmet key away, as we have gone and used that and have no longer use for it. So use that heal, that first aid spray that's in this room to heal us. And we're going to head and make another safety save. So there was a demonstration of the high slash does not work, and the low slash we are able to go ahead and take out that hunter itself. And just go ahead and putting that green herb in the item box for later use. Because inventory is a little bit tight, I'm trying to manage it as best we can. Because we unlocked this door earlier, we can get in here. We have to get into this room to grab the first Doom book. This is a requirement to progress in the game. As we do not need it now, and we will have an item box before we need it, just going to head and put it away in the item box itself and exchange it for the square crank. So now that we are leaving the mansion, make sure that you have the battery and the square crank with you. So this is a pretty easy dodge. You just take a wide berth around the enemy. Basically, as soon as you gain control of your character in that hallway, take a wide berth around, you can end up kind of hugging the adjacent wall. The hunter will end up just swiping at nothing, and you can go through the door. So here we have to make our way down to the lower portion of the courtyard in order to place the battery into the slot for the second lift that's in this area. So I was walking until I saw the first dog got aggroed, and I continued just to run in there. I ended up getting bit twice, but we ended up making it through that section. So you saw we put the battery in the wall so that now we can use that lift. Now that we have gone up to the upper portion of the courtyard, we make our way around to this section here and use the square crank to lower the sleuth to stop the water flow. Just checking for inventory space. Went ahead and picked up a green herb here to heal. And grabbed another one for safety. Went ahead and exited and re-entered the room to reset the positions of the Cerberus dogs. Now we can go down that lift. And with the sleuth closed, we can gain access to the ladder, which will bring us to the underground section. As we did not save Rebecca on our second visit to the mansion, we will not see her for the rest of the game. Like I said, we end up getting the bad ending, where Rebecca does not survive, and we do not save the alternate character. Here we're going to meet up with Enrico.
Enrico!
Don't come any closer, Chris.
Wait, what happened?
Double crosser!
Don't! Hell.
Umbrella.
Who is it? Is someone there? Double crosser? What did he mean by that?
So I appreciate that the Enrico model has the hair and the mustache. Very subtle touch, but amazing. So we're going to take out both of these hunters. Because you can have a propensity to, if you go straight for the square crank that is right here, you can potentially just get completely bodied and essentially just get stun locked if you're just trying to go for the square crank. So as a precaution, I ended up just taking those hunters out. I hugged the inside wall and ran past the hunter for the swipe. Same thing with this. I hugged the inside wall and got past them without being damaged. Because the hunters are swiping with their left claw, I end up running past them on their right-hand side. So we're going to use the new hexagonal crank here to make this path traversable. As you can see, once again, our inventory is loaded for bear. You approach the boulder for the Indiana Jones sequence. Again, you can run to the hunter's right side and swerve out of the way of the attack. So here in the Black Tiger enemy boss fight room, you don't actually have to defeat Black Tiger. It is completely optional, essentially. What you can do is bait out Black Tiger's attacks to use the venomous spitting attack. Bait it out in front of the door, and it will essentially damage the webs that are on the door. Because the only the only requisite that you need to get past and through that door is to get rid of these spider webs. So I ended up getting it out of sequence or out of the loop. So I'm doing a piece where I stand in front of the door, let Black Tiger rear back, and as soon as it's about to spit, I go ahead and run forward to get out of the way of the attack. Rinse and repeat. So we ended up getting hit once by the venomous spray attack, so we are poisoned. So I'm going to pick up an additional ink ribbon for safety saves. If you do get poisoned, there is a blue herb in this save room to heal you from poisoning or cure you from the venom. Another first aid spray in here in the event you need it. Again, doesn't hurt to have extra heals. So having a spare green herb, I went ahead and used that. Dumped off the square crank that we originally got and kept the new hexagonal crank. In Chris's campaign, we have to grab the flamethrower that is 2 rooms previous in order to use it as a sort of key to unlock the door we need to get past. So I went ahead and got out of the way of the Black Tiger there. Past the hunter. Ended up getting swiped. Picked up the flamethrower. I tried to exit the room to reset the position of the hunter, but it ended up being locked, so I just went ahead and brute forced it and got past it. Past Black Tiger. And now you put the flamethrower there, which unlocks that door. Using the hexagonal crank, we're going to use this 3 times to rotate this mechanism to have the opening on our left-hand side. Give us access to a room that is adjacent to this hallway. If you were going for a best ending, you can trigger the second boulder rolling Indiana Jones sequence. And then get the second Mo disc, but since we did not get the first one, there's no need to trigger that sequence and get behind there. You'll notice I ended up moving, or rather pushing the statue 4 and roughly 1/2 times, so 4.5 times, in order to have the hitbox of the statue be in line just enough where it can be pushed out of the wall, but still have a portion of the hitbox available so that I do not have to push the wall back in by using the hexagonal crank again, so I get to do that sequence a little faster without having to use the crank again. If you end up pushing it too far, again, you can just use the hex crank to push the wall out and then use it again to push the wall back in. So we ended up getting the second Doom book. So now we have the 2 items that we need to progress into the lab, so I went and got the first Doom book out of the item box, and we can proceed. So each Doom book will have a medal. First Doom book has the Eagle medal. Second Doom book has the Wolf medal. The Wolf medal goes into the slot that is closer to you, and the Eagle medal goes in the slot that is furthest away. Using both medals drains the fountain, giving us access to the lab. Went ahead and picked up a few more herbs. Again, having a few more heals is advantageous. So back to full health, and we have an additional green herb for safety. Go ahead and store this green herb and venture into the lab. So equipping the high slash, and take out these zombies, these Chris zombies. Ended up getting hit by the vomit there, but we're still in fine. So it turns out naked/lab zombies are replaced with berry. We'll use the computer here. I appreciate the attention to detail of having the hands of the hunter replace the model. So good. Alright. Login is John, and the password is Ada. Just mashing on those keys when we hit enter. So the password here is mole, and in remake it is cell, C-E-L-L. Again, as we did not get the first two modiscs, there's no need to unlock B3, but we went ahead and just did it for consistency. And that's it for the computer. So we traverse back up to B2. Be careful, there is a zombie there. If you're going for best ending, the third modisc can be found in that desk drawer in the desk at the end of the hall. So hit the switch, it moves the column, giving us access to the laboratory key. We'll go back downstairs. I ended up with a little bit of randomness, the RNG of the zombies AI. I was able to just go past them, but if they do get close or in your way, go ahead and take them out. And use the laboratory key on that door there. We ended up getting rid of one of the zombies in our way. So in the first power room here, go to your character's right, activate / turn on the power to the blacked out areas, and just hug the outer portion of the wall as you make your way to this door. Got hit once, but that's not a huge deal. And we go to the character's left and make it to this console here. And we will now turn on to the power to the elevator. As you go back through this room, go forward, hug the inner portion so you don't get hit by the chimera that's on top, and then make it to the door. Any zombies that were left alive despawned in this room. We'll go into the save room here. We can't take the stamina as it does not combine with the ones we have in our inventory. Take that green herb. And we'll go ahead and make an additional safety save. Again, you will see another small jump cut as we ended up dying to the tyrant in our first attempt. So, like we said, safety saves are very, very helpful. Here, we have 2 full heals with us as we make our way toward the final boss fight.
As my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the stars?
Now you're wrong. I was formerly with Umbrella, yes. But now I'm prepared to face anything. Even getting rid of you vigilante stars.
Now, the worst possible situation has occurred. The failure of the experiment created a virus, a biological weapon, polluting the entire lab.
No, the worst happened with the Tyrant virus. I lost some of my STARS team members because of it.
You killed them with your own hands. Did you kill Enrico?
Enrico? I'll destroy the stars myself, including you. The fact is, Umbrella does not know what to do with the Tyrant virus. We have orders to blow up his laboratory, and it's not a bad idea. But I think we should save this important research for future use.
You think you can disappear with such important material?
Would you like to see it? Come with me. I'm sorry for my lack of manners, but I'm not used to escorting men. Now, walk.
Is this?
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant. Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not. Go to hell. Jill will join you too.
What?
Don't come this way! No!
You can't kill me.
So a little dangerous to pick up the lab key right away. Means it's how we got hit. But as the Tyrant is taller than us, we can use the high slash. And trying to recall this fight for bad ending, you do have to defeat this Tyrant. So here we want to make our way to Tyrant's right hand side, almost near the left, or rather be near the right butt cheek. So you can potentially circle around and hit it, and circle around and hit it, wash, rinse, and repeat. So careful being in front of it, again staying towards the right-hand side. Is a little bit safer than being near the left-hand side. And with that, with roughly 6 to 7 slashes, you can defeat Tyrant. So now that the fight is over, we can gain access to the terminal, and we can unlock the door out of here. There are some handgun bullets in case you need it. Make our way to the elevator. As we saw that Wesker is dead, and we did not save Rebecca in the mansion, there is no one to trigger the destruction sequence. So we get to save our ears, and since we do not have the Mo discs, we will not be saving the companion character. I just went ahead and used that green herb to top off our health. Use the lab key there.
This is Brad. I have a fuel shortage. Okay, this is the last try. If somebody's alive, please send a sign.
So having at least one inventory slot available will give you access to space for the battery. The battery goes in the wall to power up the elevator. And going up the elevator will give us access to the helipad, and again having that one slot free will allow us to pick up the flares and use that to signal Brad. As this is the bad ending, we only fight Tyrant once in the lab section, and we do not fight him on the helipad, so this is the end of the game. And with that, that has been Resident Evil, the Hunter mod. I want to thank everyone for coming on this journey with me. I want to thank Aydan Watkins for this amazing mod. Even something so simple as putting the hunter skin over the characters and the little extra touches that go with differentiating the character models from each other just made it absolutely fun to play. It had been quite a while since I played a knife-only or close combat playthrough, so we died a couple times, but we ended up making it through. So thank you again for coming along this journey with me. You can find me streaming at twitch.tv/PrettyTony. And if you feel like I've earned it, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe on this video and to the channel. It would be very, very much appreciative. And with that, again, thank you so much. And until next time, I will catch you down the road.